What's up, everyone? It's Mark, and today we are going on an absolutely insane adventure. I'm talking about a country that looks like it's straight out of a movie, a place so perfect, it's hard to believe it's real. We are going to Switzerland. I've always dreamed of coming here, and I decided if I was going to do it, I had to do it big. So I spent a week exploring what I think are the 5 most epic, mind-blowing, you have to see it to believe it destinations in the entire country. I'm telling you, this isn't just a travel video. This is a challenge to your bucket list. I promise you, by the end of this, you'll be booking your own flight. We're going to climb to the top of Europe, see a mountain that's literally on a chocolate bar, and explore cities that are thousands of years old. All right, kicking off our list at number 5 is a place that feels like you've stepped into a postcard. This is Zermatt, and that is the Matterhorn. You guys, I've seen this mountain in pictures a million times on the Toblerone chocolate box, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for seeing it in real life. It's just massive. It completely dominates the sky, and the way the peak cuts through the clouds is one of the most incredible things I have ever witnessed. I literally just stood there for 10 minutes with my mouth open, trying to process what I was looking at. It's not just a mountain, it's a presence, a giant watching over this perfect little town. And Zermatt itself is something else. The first thing you notice is the quiet. There are no cars here, only these tiny silent electric vehicles, which makes the whole village feel so peaceful and clean. You can hear the birds, the distant cowbells, and the crunch of your own footsteps. Walking through the streets is like time traveling. One of the coolest things we did was take the Gornergrat Railway. This is a train that literally climbs up the side of the mountain. As you go higher and higher, the view just gets more and more insane. You see the Matterhorn from a completely different angle, surrounded by dozens of other snow-capped peaks and massive glaciers. It feels like you're on top of the world. The air gets thinner, crisper, and everything is just covered in this brilliant, sparkling snow. Coming in at number 4, we're leaving the high alpine peaks for a city that is pure magic. Welcome to Lucerne. I'm not exaggerating when I say this might be the most beautiful city I have ever set foot in. It's wrapped around the stunning Lake Lucerne and surrounded by mountains. The water is this crystal clear, emerald green, and you have these iconic white swans just gliding everywhere. The heart of Lucerne is its medieval old town, and the centerpiece is the Chapel Bridge, or Kapellbrücke. This is the oldest covered wooden bridge in Europe, and it's incredible. Walking across it feels like you're walking through history. You look up and see these triangular paintings from the 17th century depicting the city's past. We found a spot at a cafe right on the riverbank and just sat there for an hour watching the world go by. You see the tour boats cruising on the lake, you hear the chatter of different languages, and you have this unbelievable backdrop of mountains like Pilatus and Rigi. For an even more epic view, we took a boat cruise on Lake Lucerne. This is a must-do. All right, brace yourselves, because at number 3, we are heading to the adventure capital of Switzerland, maybe even the world. This is Interlaken. The name literally means between lakes, and it's perfectly situated between 2 stunningly blue lakes, Thun and Brienz, with the colossal peaks of the Eiger, Monch, and Jungfrau looming in the background. The scenery here is off the charts, but that's not the main reason people flock here. They come for the adrenaline. The moment you arrive in Interlaken, you can feel the buzz. You look up, and the sky is just filled with paragliders. Of course we had to try it. I'm telling you, running off the side of a mountain and then just flying is one of the most insane and liberating feelings ever. You soar over the town with the 2 lakes stretching out on either side and the snow-capped Alps right in front of you. The view is absolutely mind-blowing, but paragliding is just the beginning. The list of activities here is endless. Skydiving, canyoning, bungee jumping, river rafting, jet boating, you name it, Interlaken has it. We decided to go canyoning, which is basically hiking, climbing, rappelling, and jumping your way down a mountain gorge. We also took a funicular up to Harter Kulm, the local mountain. From the 2 Lakes Bridge viewing platform, you get this jaw-dropping panoramic view of both lakes and the entire mountain range. Get ready, because for our number 2 spot, we are going up, way, way up. We're heading to Jungfraujoch, also known as the top of Europe. This is not just a viewpoint, it's an entire world built on top of a mountain, and it holds the record for being the highest railway station in all of Europe, sitting at a staggering 11,333 feet, or 3,454 meters. Just getting here is an adventure in itself. The journey on the historic Jungfrau Railway which tunnels directly through the Eiger and Manche Mountains, is one of the most amazing engineering feats I've ever seen. But when you finally step out at the top, it's a whole other level. You are immediately hit with the thin, cold air and a view that is just immense. You step onto the Sphinx Observatory Terrace, and you're surrounded by a sea of snow-capped peaks and the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps, stretching out below you like a massive frozen river. It feels like you're on another planet. The scale of everything is hard to comprehend. The mountains go on forever, and the glacier is just this powerful, ancient force of nature. We were so lucky to have a clear day, and the sun reflecting off the endless snow and ice was blindingly beautiful. But there's more to it than just the view. Inside the mountain, there's a whole complex to explore. Our favorite part was the Ice Palace. This is a series of tunnels and caverns carved directly into the glacier itself. You're literally walking inside the ice. The walls are shimmering, and there are these incredible detailed ice sculptures everywhere. Eagles, penguins, bears. And here we are, at our number one spot. Now, you might be expecting another mountain peak, but for me, the best, most unforgettable place in Switzerland was the city of Geneva. This might be a controversial pick, but hear me out. Geneva is on a whole different level. It's this incredibly sleek, cosmopolitan, international city that sits on the shores of the largest alpine lake in Europe, Lake Geneva. The first thing that grabs your attention is the Jet d'Eau. This is a massive water fountain in the middle of the lake that shoots water 140 meters or 460 feet into the air. Geneva's Old Town is another world. It's a maze of cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards, and beautiful old buildings. We climbed the towers of St. Pierre Cathedral, and the view from the top was insane. You see the whole city spread out below you, with its terracotta roofs, the deep blue of the lake, and the Jet d'Eau right in the center. What I loved most about Geneva was the atmosphere. It feels so alive and diverse. You hear dozens of different languages being spoken on the street, and that's a wrap. Zermatt, Lucerne, Interlaken, Jungfraujoch, and Geneva. 5 absolutely epic destinations that prove Switzerland is one of the most beautiful countries on the planet. I honestly had the best week of my life exploring these places, and I hope this video has inspired you to see them for yourself. If you enjoyed coming along on this trip and want to see more insane travel content just like this, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next adventure. We're just getting started. Thank you all so much for watching.